Here we go.
I'm good right here.
It's not this type of show. Hi, everybody.
Feeling better?
Hi, everybody. Let's get started. I like that. Very nice. Hi, everybody. Good-looking audience. Good-looking people. Thank you. Have a seat, everybody. Let's get started. Let's get started. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Oh, no water. No water today, I'm telling you. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. Please give it up. She's finally feeling better. Shane Wells, everybody. Yay! Hello, Shane. How you feeling?
I can breathe.
You look great.
I don't have snot running down my face.
Always a good thing. That's a plus, yes. No, you look fantastic. You look, not that you didn't look good or Tuesday or Wednesday,
Let's be
but
real.
You can tell that you were a 44 record on 33. You know what I mean? You're a little slow.
44 record on a 33.
That's an old reference, and unless you had LPs, you don't know what I'm talking about. So it's all right. It's all right, yeah. Well, welcome to the audience had LPs. Some of the audience, yeah. Now, speaking of old people like me, I want to say we're going to start off right away. On behalf of Shane and Aaron and Evan and Eric, we want to say happy birthday to our dear leader. Today is executive producer Jeff's 54th birthday. Happy birthday, Jeff.
You're so mean. You're in so much trouble.
Happy
not
birthday.
Right.
No.
He's actually younger than you?
No, he's
No,
let's be clear.
Is.
Let's be clear.
What is there to be clear about?
Jeff likes to focus on the fact that we're only about 6 months apart. So I'm
but he's
older.
6 months younger,
He is 6 months barely younger. No, actually, Jeff is 44 today.
What was that? I just got a raise and you just lost some pay.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Whatever. He can't sign that document. He can't anyway. Happy birthday, Jeff. We love you. You're the best around. The best leader we could have. Now, for his birthday, I think I'm going to get him some pizza because I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, people come. Now, before we roll the video, people come, like this beautiful studio audience who are very coordinated. I think everybody called each other. They're all very coordinated. Good-looking people today. But people come, our studios are based here in Eden Prairie, and people come, and then I do a Q&A with the audience afterwards, and people all the time ask, hey, where should I go to lunch? And Eden Prairie has some good restaurants, but I always I run out of new places. Well, I have a new place, and I love to tell you some good places to go. Pizza Karma, which is opening on Monday. Take a look at this. It's from Chef Raghavan Iyer. Now, what you're looking at is a tandoor. This is a tandoor stone oven, and they make the pizza dough. It is a non-pizza dough, which is obviously a great Indian dish. And the dough is naan, and then as you can see, it is baked on the stone walls of the tandoor
That's fascinating.
oven.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, so then it's cooked just enough so that the crust is brown. Then they put your toppings on it, and then they bake it in a traditional oven. I tried it yesterday. I had the shrimp and curry pizza. So delicious. It is so good. Now, Raghavan, the guy behind it, is one of our good friends. He's a world-renowned chef, Raghavan, who's been on our show many times. He has that great cookbook all about potatoes. It's all of his recipes. I'm not kidding. Look at me here. It is probably some of the best pizza I've had in a really long time, and it's here. Yeah. So it opens Monday. Monday, everybody. So when you come see me, go over to Pizza Karma and check it out. One more note before we get into the hot dish. Jace, who is the leader of our Jason Show fan club, this is the happiest day of his life because right before we went on the air, we found out Janet Jackson, a good friend of Minneapolis, Janet Jackson was just named into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's right, yeah. So there we go. And if I didn't start the show with that, Jace would never watch again. I just wanted to say that. Let's get to the rest of the hot news. Here we go, everybody. Let's go. Janet deserves it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Janet deserves it. Madonna's not in it yet.
Oh.
Someone said yay. Ooh. Let's get started. She's the current queen of daytime TV, but Ellen DeGeneres is dropping big hints, you guys probably saw this headline, that she may be ready to end her talk show. So here's the deal. In a new interview with the New York Times, which I would recommend you all read, it's fascinating. The 60-year-old DeGeneres says that she's trying to decide what to do when her contract ends in 2020. Ellen says that actually her wife, Portia, is encouraging her to pursue other projects, while her brother, who's a writer, Vance DeGeneres, says she can't stop because her show is too important. Now, Ellen revealed she almost didn't sign her most recent contract. Now, in this profile, what I found interesting was, in this a great interview by the New York Times, the headline is Ellen, look at this. The title of the New York Times says a lot. The title, Ellen DeGeneres is not as nice as you think. Now that you kind of think, oh, well, that's a little witchy with a B, but it's really not. It really speaks to how, and I found this fascinating. She says, and Portia agrees, she feels boxed in by the talk show. Because think about it. She gave an example. She said she could be walking down the street and everybody wants her to dance. And she said, sometimes I just want to walk down the street, you know? And she said that she is boxed in by a certain type of comedy. Because she's known, remember, the same thing happened to Rosie O'Donnell, the Queen of Nice. And then you are forever boxed in. And if you do anything outside of those parameters, you're criticized. So the show is kind of becoming a trap to her. And I can understand that.
And she's been doing it forever.
Yeah, she's been doing 16 seasons.
Could you see her doing something on like Netflix where it isn't like every single day she has to have a new episode?
Like Letterman.
Yeah.
Like Letterman. I can see
and
that.
maybe can expand a little out of that box.
Yeah, and I was explaining, when I read that article like 3 times because I was talking to our executive producer, Jeff, about it. And I said, I understand that on a small scale, with me being an advocate for anti-bullying, it is sometimes hard to do a show like this when I do Hot Topics. I'm just being honest here, because I sometimes get called on the rug, or whatever the saying is. If I get a little too snarky, then people accuse me of bullying. And it's sometimes I'm like, it's not mutually exclusive. I can still be an advocate for bullying awareness and still be a little bit snarky. And so when she talked about the boxing in with something like this, I understand it. Next in the dish, get ready to wait a bit longer to see a new season of Dancing with the Stars. This is really no surprise. Teleprompter, come on up. Because the show will not air a new season this spring like they usually do. Now, you guys remember we talked about this on the show. Tom Bergeron, the host, predicted this. Instead, the show will take a break and will return with the new season next fall. Now, this comes just weeks after country radio host Bobby Jones won the most recent season. And I don't need to tell you, Bones rather, I don't need to tell you this. That is a decision that left a lot of you really, really upset. Here's the deal. This show fell victim to to the same thing that Who Wants to Be a Millionaire fell victim to in 2000 on ABC, and The Voice has fallen victim to. And what I mean by that is, when you run something into the ground, you lose what makes it special. When I make the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire reference, and I make it a lot because it's probably a textbook case of this. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was started as a special with Regis. People freaked out. It was the best thing. What did ABC do? They put it on every week, and it lost what made it special, The Voice. It used to be just once a year, and now it's twice a year. First of all, we're running out of talented people. I mean, there's only so many, you know what I mean? There's only so many singers. The same thing with Dancing with the Stars. We're running out of C and D list stars. And when you get to no one's going to watch.
Like we got to the point at the end of this most recent season, it was kind of like, who's that? Who are the people in here? And they added all those spin-offs. It was non-stop. It was on like every night of the week. Too much.
So my thing is, I think ABC should have done this about 3 seasons ago. No, and I'm not being sorry. I mean, they should have, to save it, to add the longevity, they should have pulled it back about 3 years ago, and we wouldn't be in this problem right now. Yeah, two times a year is too much, and I like the show. Let's move on. Next in the dish, less than a week to go until the return of Mary Poppins to the box office. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Mary Poppins returns next week. Look at this.
And if while dreaming in the clouds they fall and go kasplat, although they're down and bent in half, they brush right off and start to laugh. Can you imagine that?
She sounds great! Oh, I love her. Emily Blunt, you guys know, takes on the role of the magical nanny with co-star Lin-Manuel Miranda. Well, the first reviews of the movie are out, and I'm sad to say they're a bit mixed, mostly positive though. USA Today says Emily Blunt is a spot on as the iconic nanny, but the movie they refer to as perfectly fine. Oh. Perfectly fine. And you know what the word fine means. The Telegraph raved about it in its review, saying practically perfect in every way. But the LA Times, ooh, this was sharp. The LA Times ripped the movie, saying Mary Poppins returns and she really shouldn't have.
Oh.
Ooh. Well, it was just nominated for a Golden Globe. Yeah. Not that that's a referendum or indicative of a great movie. Sometimes the Globes just is kind of a popularity contest. But here's the deal. You have to give the director, Rob Marshall, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Emily Blunt, and the songwriters, you have to give them a little bit of space. They are taking on iconic roles, iconic characters. The dude that's doing the music, he's following in the footsteps of two of the most musical geniuses that Walt Disney ever worked with. It's a hard bar, and I think people have that movie crystallized in their head, and we have such high expectations. I don't think any director could probably satisfy every fan's desires. You know what I mean? I don't know.
No shot, but the movie will do well because it's the holidays and it's like one of the few family movies out there. Like, they're going to be all right. They just need to make that money, right?
Yeah, it is. It's probably one of those movies, a few movies that are what they call critic proof. It doesn't matter what people say. It's still going to do well. It is. Even the mixed reviews did say that Emily Blunt is perfect. And she takes on more of the little snitty tone of Mary, because Mary Poppins in the literature, she's not overly friendly, and they say that Emily focuses on that aspect of her personality. Well, everybody, go grab a cup of coffee or a mimosa if you so choose, and meet me back here in 2 minutes. Back after this, everybody. Back after this. Coming up. She may be Oprah's best friend, but that doesn't mean she likes everything O loves. So, which favorite thing is Gail's fave? And which one is her least favorite? She's telling Andy Cohen. Then, Thrifty Traveler is back. Find out why he is on a mission to get all of us traveling more. Plus, as always, he's answering your travel questions from our Jason Show Facebook page. And we love how they make our house smell, but did you know you can make your own candle? Yep, and we are going to show you how. Grab some more OJ or a cup of coffee. The Jason Show is coming right back.
Giselle, I know we're both in amazing shape, but I've heard that this class is insane.
I think I can handle it.
No, you don't understand. These instructors, they're crazy. They're brutal.
Who are the instructors?
That's our late night rewind. James Corden teaming up with Giselle Bündchen for some toddlerography. That is hysterical. I love that. That is so cute. Well, more dish for you today. Oprah's favorite things has become a holiday tradition. Even after the end of her iconic talk show, Oprah says she loves everything on the list. But what about her BFF, Gail? Last night on Watch What Happens Live, Gail revealed her least favorite things on Oprah's favorite things list, and how Oprah and her celebrate Christmas. Look at this.
Okay.
And the least favorite would be pajamas, because I don't wear pajamas.
What did Lisa P once?
I know.
Oh, Gail King, yeah. Lisa P Facebooked, Gail, what did Oprah get you last Christmas?
She has a rule: we don't exchange gifts, because both of us feel we don't really need anything. We just like hanging out together.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? What do you get? What would you get Oprah Winfrey? There's nothing you could get her that she literally couldn't, walk down to the store and buy. Not that she walks to a store. I'm just saying, yeah. Gail said her favorite thing on the list is an Apple Watch. She says she's never had one, and she just recently got one. And she wears an Apple Watch and a Fitbit, both.
Well, don't they do the same thing?
I guess. I don't know. Gail wants to be really covered with her steps, I guess. Yeah. One more Oprah note. I may have a reason to visit Nashville soon. I don't know if you guys heard about this. We don't really cover news here on The Jason Show, but this caught our attention. A member of the city's Metro Council is pushing to name the city's airport after Oprah. Now, if you guys don't know, well, here's the deal. Oprah graduated from a Nashville high school and college and started her TV career at a local station there. One small hitch, current airport rules say someone has to be dead for like 2 years before they can get, thank you audience, before they can get their name on something. I don't want that. I don't want Oprah. I would, but I gotta tell you, I can't wait for the day, because it's gonna happen, that I see like the Oprah airport code on my boarding pass. Like that would just be fantastic.
So
Oprah International.
Who's it named after now? Like who's gonna get the boot?
There is no name.
There's no name?
It's just Nashville. Yeah, you just go to, there's no, it's just, like ours is just MSP. Just
no, it's not. It's like O'Hare. No, that's Chicago. Lindbergh,
the Lindbergh Terminal.
It's the cold meds? I'm actually not on any today.
I was going to say, you could blame that on cold meds yesterday, but
It's my crutch. It's my crutch.
Okay, let's play a little trivia, Shane. Where is O'Hare Airport located?
Apparently, it's right down the street.
It is not. That is the wrong answer. May we have the correct answer? Where is O'Hare Airport located?
It's Chicago.
Okay.
It just took me a second.
Where is Midway Airport located?
Also Chicago.
Thank you, Shane. There we go. Let's move on.
I don't like this game.
I like this game.
I'm sweating.
Next in the dish, odds are we've all had some bad roommates. My friend Michelle had a roommate who spoke in plural and freaked me out. She would sit on her bed and we would walk in, first year of college, we'd walk in and her name was Sue and I would go like this, Sue, would you like to go to Applebee's with us? And Sue would go like this, no, we're just going to sit here. She
have a friend?
She spoke in plural. Like, who's the other person, Sue? Oh, I looked at my friend Michelle and I go, you get the blank out of this room. Like you, anyway, yeah. I don't know where Sue is now. But anyway, so we've all had bad roommates. Jennifer Aniston said she had a really bad roommate. She used to live with ghosts. In a recent interview with James Corden, Rachel says she lived in a haunted house when she first moved to LA. She claimed this is
that graphic.
Oh, what is this graphic? It's a ghost, I guess. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. It's a great. I guess we can't afford real ghost graphics anymore. Yeah, we blew the budget. She claimed the dishwasher would start on its own. She also said the coffee maker and stereo would start on its own. Thank you, audience. It got so bad she hired a ghost whisperer. So like Jennifer Love Hewitt came over and was like checking out the place and nice. Jen eventually moved out. Yeah. I had a demon in my house in St. Louis Park. I would sleep and I would see it was a black shadowy figure and it would crawl on my ceiling.
No way.
Swear on the fact that our airport is not named O'Hare. That yes, there was a black demon. A black shadowy, yeah. I would sit and I would have sleep paralysis and I would see the thing crawl on the ceiling. Yeah. Moved out of there, let me tell you.
You can't stay in that house.
No, I didn't. I did not. Still to come, everybody. We're sometimes surprised by the topics on the show that get people fired up. What are people sending me hate mail about today? Crumbca. After the break, I am addressing Crumbca Gate. Following a segment we did this week, we're reading your emails when we come back. Back after this, everybody. Crumbca Gate. Welcome back, everybody. Good looking audience today. Well, we did it again. There is a new controversy brewing this week on our show, all because we did a segment about Crumbca. On Wednesday, thank you, audience. On Wednesday, here's the episode right here. We had a chef on the show to talk about the Nordic Christmas treat. He made some plain ones, you know, the good old-fashioned ones, and also offered the idea of filling them with something. Even Even he had the audacity, according to some, he made of comparing them to the Italian cannoli. Well, some people were outraged. And if you think I'm being Jason and being overly dramatic just to be funny, people were genuinely outraged and were not afraid to email me about it. That's right. I even got an earful in the Starbucks drive-thru this morning, and I'm not joking. Let me tell you. I go to the same Starbucks every morning in Eden Prairie, and I drive up to the box, and the box talks to me, and it's usually one voice, and it was a guy, and he goes, "Welcome to Starbucks. Can I take your order?" And I gave my order, and all of a sudden, a female voice comes on. She says, Jason, I got to talk to you about the crumbca guy. And I'm like, can I get up to the window? You know what I mean? So I knew there was something there. I knew she wasn't the only one outraged. Here's what some of you said on Facebook. First, Dee writes to me. She says, you need to tell your friend Max that he should check with some real church basement ladies that really make Scandinavian goodies. Crumbca has no toppings and are served without any additional flavors. Yes. Now, we're editing some of these emails for time, yes. Now, here's my favorite from Jody. Oh my, Jason. I almost had to turn your show off. Crumbca should never be compared to a cannoli. Yeah, my mom's crumbca was light and delicate and never, ever was anything inside. Jason, she writes, I feel that you aren't representing the old Norwegian style correctly. I love the show, but my mom would be screaming. So, I am here to tell you that I apologize from the bottom of my little heart. I did not mean to offend, nor did Chef Max. Chefs, sometimes, you know, they want to fuse different. I can't believe I'm on television explaining crumbca. But anyway, please, I hear you. We hear you. We get it. I love original crumbca just as much as all of you. And I think you should do a drinking game of how many times I've said crumbca today on the show. But yeah, so thank you for emailing. And once again, you have proven to me I'm always at a loss for what outrages people. We have now added to our list. We're going to get a board soon. We can no longer talk about cats on this show, essential oils, parenting, and now crumbca. Thank you very much. Yes, off the list. No more crumbca. Still to come, everybody. We love it when he stops by. He doesn't outrage anybody. The Thrifty Traveler is here. Today, he's talking about his mission to get people to travel more and overcome the myth that traveling is too expensive. A myth. And later, a custom gift idea for the holidays. Learn how you can create one-of-a-kind candles using your favorite scents. That won't outrage anybody either. We'll be right back, everybody, with no-filled crumbca. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Well, odds are travel is on your minds, as for a lot of people this time of year, from planning travel for Christmas or maybe just thinking about a warm weather getaway. But the man behind the travel website, Thrifty Traveler, our good friend, is on a mission to make us think about traveling all year long. Think about it differently. And he recently gave a TED Talk all about it. Look at this.
Life is short. Take vacations. You know, while that's going to the Maldives, on a beautiful beach, or just going to a lake cabin a couple hours away, we need to take off time from school and work to recharge our batteries and just kind of kick back and relax.
Yes, I'm all for that. That is our good friend Jared giving his TED Talk in Fargo recently with the message, life is short, travel now. Give it up for Jared, everybody. Hello, Jared.
Thanks for having me, Jason.
I love this, you know, and I mean this. It seems like something cheesy and like a throwaway line, like a marketing line of life. It's like life is short. Stay awake for it's caribous. Right. But really, it's more than the simple headline. Because what's the percentage of people that don't take all of their
Minnesotans? 56% Minnesotans specifically, which are worse than a lot of other states because we have that like Midwest work ethic.
Yeah.
56% of Minnesotans don't use all their vacation. So that's like, it totals 13.5 million days in Minnesota alone that we just give back to our employers. That's worth like $1.6 billion.
Seriously?
Yes, in Minnesota alone.
Okay, let's take a shot of the audience. Are you all taking your vacation days in the audience?
There we go.
Yes, good, yes. And now look, we're laughing and it's a good applause line, but there is research to show for the employer that it actually makes us more productive. Is that right?
So it's like this crazy thing, like the person who's like in their cubicle, never taking in vacation, they think they're like this corporate hero giving all their vacation back to their employer. They actually are less likely to be promoted. They're also less happy generally. Their personal relationships suffer. So there's this really strong correlation of using all your vacation and you actually, get promoted more, you're happier, you have better personal relationships. But I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense.
Everybody needs a mental break every so often. I mean, and again, that you need. And so I know, and you know it too, I can hear people thinking, I can hear people saying it right now, but yes, it's great. The thought is great, but it's expensive. That is a myth.
So it is a myth, and I mean, that's really why I created Thrifty Travel, is my obsession with finding cheap ways to get to destinations. Once you get there, ways to save. And again, it's not a throwaway line. This is like really what my passion is. Like, I love this stuff. So, you know, you're a perfect example. You work at least 2 jobs that I know of. I mean, you're always hustling, but you take vacations. It's something you've prioritized in life.
I'm leaving a week from tomorrow, let me tell you. That's right, Yeah, no, but that was one of the things I asked for with both companies. I wanted chunks of time off because it makes me better. It really does. But
it recharges your batteries. And as the billionaire Warren Buffett, one of my favorite lines of his, you know, he's got billions of dollars, but the one thing you can't buy more of is time.
So how do you make it more cheap? If it is a myth, what are some of your suggestions to make it cheaper?
So first off is going to be the flight deals. You know, that's what Thrifty Traveler is all about. I mean, finding those cheap flights, using Google Flights. You know, if you're not going to Thrifty Traveler, using Google Flights to find cheap flights. That's the best first way to start.
It's amazing.
You know, once you get there, Airbnb, you know, if you're traveling, especially, you know, with a group of people, get one Airbnb and split it amongst, you know, however many people you have. You know, that credit card travel rewards stuff, something you might want to think about. I mean, we could have like an entire, you know, hour segment on this. But that's just like right away to get started, trying to find, you know, the most expensive part of your trip and trying to figure out how can I reduce that cost.
I always, and I'm a testimonial, and believe me, Jared ain't paying me, but I am a testimonial. That trip that I took a 2-week trip, and because of the tricks that Jared taught me, I went to multiple cities. I paid for one flight and because of tricks that you taught me. Audience, I'm not kidding. I'll tell you later. Maybe I do the Q&A with the audience. I went to, I think, 5 cities, and I paid for one flight because of tricks that you, So it can be done. It can be done. Okay, current deals. We always do that. So let's get to
these. There's
the paper. There's the paper of the deals.
Because my team, they put this right together and they sent it to me right before I walk in the door here. So I got the best deals, you know, hot off the press. All right, so we'll get into it right away. I know it's starting to get a little cold, so people are thinking, you know, warm destinations. So right off the bat, one that's been really popular this winter as far as cheap, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Is on sale for almost all of winter into spring from Minneapolis for as little as $295.
What?
Yeah.
So Puerto Rico?
To Puerto Rico, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So that's been a really popular one. Puerto Vallarta's on sale right now on United with one stop, $305, which is normally about $450, $500. So if you want to find, just to preface this, if you want to find these deals, first of all, go to Google, go to thriftytraveler.com. If you can't find them, then use Google Flights. Again, you know, I feel like I beat a dead horse, but it's such a great tool for finding cheap flights. All right, so domestic stuff. Minneapolis to Denver this morning, if you go to thriftytraveler.com, you can find this deal nonstop on Delta. Minneapolis, Denver, $96. Round trip, nonstop. It's crazy. Through February. Other ones, Minneapolis to Las Vegas, $175.
That is good, because Vegas was expensive for a while.
It can be.
Yeah, there was a 6-month period where we were like, I ain't going. That's really cheap, okay?
So the most important thing is try to be flexible with your dates. You know, maybe travel on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Saturday. And I know that's tough for, you know, people who, you know, are working, but if you can be flexible, you know, these deals are crazy. So Minneapolis to Boston, $126 nonstop on JetBlue, which is the new airline flying out of Terminal 2. That's through February. Minneapolis to Orlando, $126 in January. And then one of my favorites that I just found this out when I was walking in the door, Minneapolis to Amsterdam, one stop on United. This is a summer fare. And one thing that's important to know about summer fares is they're never on sale. So Minneapolis to Amsterdam, $458 in June and August. This is normally more than $1,000.
Yeah.
So
Jared's going to stick around. Now, you can read more about Jared's speech and his message for all of us at thriftytraveler.com. After the break, Jared's answering your travel-related questions, including the best way to use those points. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Amsterdam, that's crazy. Welcome back, everybody. And we are back with our friend Jared from Thrifty Traveler. Now, every time Jared is here, we turn the show over to you guys and let Jared answer all your travel questions. And we were saying really good questions
Really
today.
good questions.
Yeah. Let's start with Lynn. Hey, girl. Lynn writes, I want to go to Las Vegas in February. Every time I do a search, I get a different price. What am I doing wrong?
All right, so great question, Lynn. So the thing with airline pricing, it's really highly variable. So a lot of people are like, oh, clear your cookies, in your browser, so they'll somehow change your price. It does not. So again, I'll mention it one more time. Google Flights. Google Flights when you're searching. If you have specific and flexible dates, like to go to Vegas, a Google Flights price alert. Set that up within Google Flights. If you have a Gmail account, it'll send you updates every day.
Perfect. Lynn, there you go. Next, Tracy, should you stick to one rewards program or multiple?
Okay, so Tracy, the first question that you should ask yourself, do you travel for work? If the question is, the statement is, no, I do not, then you shouldn't have loyalty to anyone.
Yeah.
And my advice would be to get as many credit card sign-up bonuses as you possibly can in different airlines, hotels, programs. Get this mountain of points, and then to have no loyalty and just travel on the cheap.
Because I referenced it earlier, I don't want to make you wait. This is what I did. Jared told me the best credit cards to sign up for. I signed up, got the bonuses, and went to Hawaii first class for free.
Yeah,
for free.
That's the way to
Literally.
do it.
Yeah,
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Mary Jo writes, Amy writes, what city would be the best value for European travel in the fall?
So the best times to travel to Europe are going to be in the spring and fall. And my favorite budget destinations, Lisbon, Portugal, Budapest, Hungary. So the Eastern Europe, Prague, which a lot of people, really popular, and then Krakow, Poland. Krakow, Poland is actually super, super cheap. And once you get a beer, I think it was $1.25 for a liter. Yeah.
Come on,
it's a little early for that. It's a little early for that right now.
We'll wait till after the show. We'll wait. Mary Jo writes, when's the best time to book flights for Arizona?
All right.
Arizona.
So when they're on sale. So go to thriftytraveler.com, sign up for our newsletter, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Minneapolis Flight Deals on Instagram. We have our daily Minneapolis flight deal there. It'll be on sale. It's going to be nonstop on Delta, and it's going to be sub $200. Book it when it pops up.
Yeah. Again, the trick is if you get an alert from Jared, you gotta book it immediately. We have one more, and we'll save the rest for a little bit later. Let's go to Lily. Lily writes, is asking about upcoming deals for Sweden or nearby countries. She wants to take her mom to the ABBA Museum. Yeah.
So the ABBA Museum is in Stockholm, Sweden.
Yeah.
And they're super easy to find cheap flights to Stockholm. It might sound like it's a cheap destination. Once you get there, it's a little expensive because Scandinavia is expensive. But we've had flights as cheap as $325 in the last month. So the big thing for international flight deals, we feature a lot of domestic deals at thriftytravel.com, but we have this premium flight deal notification service for international deals, Alaska and Hawaii, $35 a year. You're going to save it's worth it.
Trust me, it is worth it, Like I said, we have a few more questions. Jared's going to be back at the very end of the show to answer the rest of them, but right now you can check out all the deals at thriftytraveler.com. And like I said, and Jared said, if you travel internationally a lot, or if you want to get that premium subscription because it will save you money. Still to come, creating your own custom candle is actually easier than you think. After the break, find out what goes into making your own candle using your favorite scents. We'll be right back. Stay with us. There's the other two. Welcome back, everybody. Look at the candles. Look at the candles. Well, candles are a great way to set the mood in any home, especially during the long winter. They also make great gifts, we know that, and instead of buying a random candle at a store, How about creating a custom candle for yourself or your judgmental Aunt Betsy, whoever? Here to talk about, Betsy's picky. Here to talk about candles is Sue Brady from Old Factory Scent Studio in Maple Grove. Welcome to the show, Sue.
Thank you.
Now, there is a sign before we get, because this is going to be a lot of fun, but there is we were talking in the break, I go into a hotel at Disney World, and I like the smell of the lobby. It's the Westin. The Westin has a smell. There is something to the science of scent memory, right?
That's exactly true. Scent is the most connected with a memory, and that's what I'm finding with people when they're creating their scents in the store. Almost everyone comes in with a, either they smell something, tear up because it reminds them of grandpa, or maybe they're trying to make something for someone because every time they go to someone's house, it smells that way. But it's also for businesses. It's a huge thing for scenting your business.
Well, I was going to say, the Westin is a good example.
Exactly.
They have a smell, and when those doors open, I immediately get very, very happy.
And that's actually what we do at the store for people to just make as for themselves, for their guests, but also corporate.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so look at these scents, everybody. How many do you have?
I have 120 in the store. So I tried to scale it down for you to make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, in a 4-minute segment. What are some of them that you want me to try?
Okay.
Like, what are some of your favorites?
Some of my favorites is absinthe.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to try this. Oh.
Doesn't mean you will. Everybody has.
Oh, no, I do.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to say this. This is probably going to be one of my favorite ones.
And then champagne. Look at champagne.
Yeah. The staff obviously told you about
it. It is in alphabetical order right here.
Champagne.
Yes.
Let me smell this.
And we have from there we go. Absinthe to awapui, which is a ginger root, to wasabi, which is wonderful.
Oh, let me say wasabi. Ooh, okay.
Straight. That is wasabi. Not so much.
Now our producer.
Straight razor.
Yeah, our producer. Now, audience, listen to this. This is straight razor. Yes. So I'm very curious of what this one. Yeah, thank you, Eric. What this one smells like. Okay. Oh,
that's good, isn't it?
That is really good. What is this? What is the straight razor?
Well, it's
like leather?
It's got a leather. It's got some kind of a cologne smell to it.
Oh, this is
trying
good.
to mimic the raising process.
That smells really good.
Razor. Bourbon.
Bourbon? J.R. Ewing, forever. Okay, there we go.
And
I'll do that one. Yep.
Cedar.
So how does this, so as I'm smelling, how does it work in the store, Sue? So people come and if I'm just a normal customer, how does it work?
So you walk in the door, you can buy anything off the shelf, and they're premium soy.
Look at the store, everybody. Look how beautiful this is. Yeah, I'm sorry. Continue,
That's okay, I'm glad you said.
Yeah.
So our candles are premium soy-based candles. So when you do the experience, you take home a really awesome product. They burn about 50 hours, 60 hours, so really clean, true to scent. Anyway, you walk in the store, we have a wall of candles, and you get your experience with smelling. You walk in and you just start smelling. We give you a sheet. You write down. It's not scary. If you like it, write it down. Like you'd have written down those 3. And even if they don't go together. And then you come to our blending bar.
Okay.
And we have scent stylists that help you narrow down your favorites to 2 or 3 that'll go perfectly together.
Okay, scent stylist. I love that.
Yes.
I want to be a scent
stylist. And by the way, you
stylist.
don't have to do just a candle. We have reed diffusers, soy wax tarts, room spray, linen spray. We have it all. So Bath and Body products.
Well, can I make one now?
Yes, you can. So just for sake of time, you like champagne.
And absinthe.
And absinthe.
And bourbon.
Okay, that's good.
Whatever, audience.
Absinthe, champagne. Now you
guys know me, yes.
Champagne, absinthe, and bourbon. So
does that really go together? I don't know if it does.
Yeah, we're going to help you there. It will.
Yeah, I need help.
We're going to just go light on the bourbon, but you're going to do okay. Now
that's okay, but I actually,
pick which, white or black?
I like the white.
All right.
Yeah,
so
I like the white there.
Do.
So people get the choice of either white or black, okay?
So
this is so fascinating.
All right, so actually this is what we're going to do for you.
So
we're going to take some champagne.
Okay.
Start with champagne. You're going to fill this to the top, ultimately. You're going to put some in the jigger.
Okay.
You're going to take the stir stick, stir it, dab it off, smell. Ooh, and now you're going to add something else.
I approve.
Maybe add absinthe. You want me to do it?
A little bit of into this. Okay.
Yep,
so this is what you would do if you come in. This process is what they would do.
Yes, at the bar.
You
of course,
trying.
They might spend just a little more time.
Let's stop right there. I don't need the bourbon. I really like that. No bourbon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you're going to fill it to the top. Go champagne and absinthe.
Okay, here we go. There we go.
People usually spend maybe a little more time than that.
No, that's fine. That's
so
fine.
So that's that. So we're in a hurry, I take it?
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's TV. I mean,
we're going to give you some.
I'm coming in, though, to do this. So people can do parties.
Yeah.
People can do parties.
So ultimately, we put wax in here. You'll pour it in. You'll stir. Then the magic happens from us. We hand glaze, hand pull. Get your candle. You leave with it like that.
This is fantastic. That's fun.
That's it.
I'm doing a party, I'm telling you. Give it up for Sue, everybody. Olfactory Scent Studio. It's located in Maple Grove. Right there. Go to olfactoryscentstudio.com for more information. And don't forget, we'll put this segment on our Facebook page a little bit later, and we've moved all of our digital efforts from Hulu. We are now on a beautiful, brand new YouTube channel. Just search for The Jason Show on YouTube. We download full shows the same day, everybody. There it is right there. We get the new This Day's show up. Will be up probably by 1 or 2 o'clock, and we'll put all these segments. We will be right back after this. Stay with us.
Thank you. Did you like it?
I legit love it. Welcome back, everybody. Shane's back. Jared's here. Those candles. Did you approve? Shane had to approve my candle work. Do you like my mix?
I do approve, actually. And I'd tell you if I didn't like it.
I know you would. Yes, I know you would. Okay, now, Jared, you're sticking around because we didn't get to a couple questions from our Facebook page. So here we go. Here's another one. Kiara writes, I'm planning a trip to Europe, but I noticed that redeeming Sky Miles have restrictive dates. Should I use my Sky Miles for domestic flights and wait for a Europe sale and just pay cash?
Whoa.
Good question.
Yeah. So you definitely can wait for a Europe sale and pay cash, but there's one thing that a lot of people don't know about that Delta doesn't really advertise very much, is they have these Sky Miles sales now. So they actually have sales like to Europe. So for example, Minneapolis to Amsterdam from January through March is only 30,000 Sky Miles round trip right now, just for today.
That's really...
So normally that's between 60 and 100,000, which... You can't even go to Chicago for 30,000 Sky Miles.
No, you can't. No, believe me, I just tried.
So you got to wait for those sales and then book them. So follow Thrifty Traveler. We let everybody know when these sales pop up.
Sky Miles sales, okay. Cindy writes to us. Cindy writes, I want to go to Sarasota in March. Are there some days that are cheaper to fly than others? And this is a good question, whether you're going to Sarasota or not.
Yeah. So Sarasota, you're probably going to want to fly into Tampa or Fort Myers, and there's definitely deals. So again, you're just going to have to wait until the deal pops up. So a lot of people don't have time to be looking for deals. So follow Thrifty Traveler, especially if you fly out of MSP or really anywhere, but especially out of MSP. I mean, we're going to find a deal. I guess recent ones in the last month to both Fort Myers and Tampa as low as 116 nonstop round trip on Delta.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go,
low.
Shane. Let's go.
Seriously, what am I doing?
What are you doing,
Why
Shane?
am I wasting my money here on the weekend?
I know, seriously. Jared, I wanted to ask you, and you can see this on Jared's Thrifty Traveler Instagram, your team, and I'm so proud of you. Jared has a team now, that your team checked out Sun Country's new plane, y'all. They have a new, they're redoing all of their plane. You explained it better than I did. What is this? What are they debuting?
Yeah, so they have new seats. They're more streamlined seats. There is less leg room, so it's a little bit tighter.
Is that possible?
Yeah, I know. It always feels like that's kind of the way the airlines are going. But, I mean, in order to compete, obviously it's negative for the consumer, but in order to compete, I mean, Sun Country really did have to change their business model. So now they're very similar to Spirit and Frontier. So there's fees for everything. They do have cheap fares, but you just have to know that there's going to be fees for, bags, seats, carry-on, everything.
And discomfort for tall people.
Yeah. All joking aside, it is cut down now, and they got rid of first class. Am I right?
Yeah. Now they have more like a premium economy type seat. So,
and what did your team report back? Is the premium economy? What's the legroom like even there?
It's better, especially, I mean, if you're over 6 feet, you're going to need to be in something like that because there's nothing worse. Not that Sun Country has really long flights, but I mean, some of them to, Mexico and the Caribbean. I mean, if you're 6'1", your knees are going to be touching, the seat in front of you. And if somebody reclines, that's game over.
Oh, yeah.
Right in your business.
No, I'm 6'2". That would not, that would
just right on the top.
Yeah. Really quick, we have about 30 seconds. You fly all over. You got to follow Thrifty Traveler because Jared goes all over. What's the coolest flight experience you've had recently? Go.
The coolest? I'd say flying Emirates first class with a shower.
The Jennifer Aniston
yes,
commercial. Did you shower on the plane?
Twice, of course.
Shut up! Seriously?
Jason, when they come around and they go, sir, when would you like to schedule your shower? You just sit there and you're like, yes.
Is it big? Like, is it a big shower?
No, I mean, so you go into like the bathroom, which is, it's probably about as large as this like dais here, but it's heated floor, and then when you get in there, it's kind of like an RV shower. Okay, you need to remember this.
It's on the plane.
When the water starts, you have 5 minutes of water, you just giggle the whole time.
5 minutes of water.
I love it. That's fantastic. Again, go to thriftytraveler.com, follow them on social media, get that premium membership if you travel internationally. Tomorrow, we're ending the week with some holiday cocktails for your holiday party, plus a great comedian and more. If you're a kid watching that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you on YouTube.